The other day I was driving to work in my truck, and on the way in I had a misfire in the engine. Well, typically that wouldn't be that big of a deal. We can address it, except that it's the third time this year that I've had that same problem. The second time it's been in the same cylinder, and so you start thinking, yeah, this is a big problem. And it didn't take long for the fear and the worry and the anxiety of what am I going to do? This truck's 20 years old. It's got 240,000 miles on it. Is it time to retire? Well, I can't afford a truck payment. And you just start bouncing back and forth, back and forth. You start to worry and just what am I going to do about this? In 2 Corinthians chapter 12, I'm going to start reading in verse 7 if you want to read along with me here. This is Paul writing, "And lest I should be exalted above measure by the abundance of the revelations, a thorn in the flesh was given to me, a messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I be exalted above measure. Concerning this thing I pleaded with the Lord 3 times, that it might depart from me. And he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, most gladly I will boast in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in needs, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then I am strong." There are times in our life where we're going to have problems. Maybe it's truck problems, maybe it's problems in our marriage, maybe it's like Paul says he had a guy that has been a thorn in his side, and he's been praying to God, please take this away from me, I don't want to deal with this, and God just told him no. The strength that's required to face these problems is not something that we're going to conjure up on our own. We have to learn to be fully dependent on God, to lean into Him and trust Him to deliver us from these problems. Our strength does not come from in us, it comes from Him. Now, as far as my truck goes, I've got it patched up. It's probably not a permanent fix, and I expect I'll be back here at some point, maybe doing something similar to this again, or maybe taking it to somebody who can actually work on fixing it. Either way, worrying about it's not going to do me a bit of good. I'm not going to be able to manifest a new truck or wait for the universe to drop a boatload of money on top of my head. All I can do is depend on the creator of the universe to see me through this problem and the next problem, the next problem. He's promised me eternal life through His Son, Jesus Christ, and I can't do any better than that. My name's Reagan. Thanks for being a part of our weekly devotional series. We'll see y'all soon.